we've passed sort of peak inflation, which is obviously a positive. But as we move now to the third chapter, which is the current year, I think the challenge is it's easier to go from 8 to 4% inflation. It's harder to get it down, and there's still a lot of economic momentum, particularly in the United States, to your point. And I think what the Fed is likely to do here is take rates up to 5.25%, 5.5%, and then hold it there for an extended period of time. I think if you think about asset values, there are two things that drive them higher. One is cash flows can grow in a business or an asset. Secondly, multiples can expand. If you buy into what I described and you have higher costs of capital, that's not an environment where you're going to see multiple expansion. What we're trying to do is produce above inflationary, above cost of capital, cash flow growth to get real value growth. And I'm particularly bullish on the hotels because travel is something people really want to consume. And we're seeing real pricing power come back into that business. And again, less construction. So I would say, in general, markets tend to say real estate's bad. And our job is to identify what's actually happening. I think office buildings, very tough. For sale housing, very tough. Rental housing logistics, much better. And I think if you're in the right sectors, after this and a bunch of this multiple changes happen, I still think you'll see pretty good dynamics. A great organization creates a culture that keeps people. And I think, Steve Schwarzman gets enormous credit for creating a real sense of meritocracy at Blackstone. That no matter what level you come in, you have the opportunity to rise up to the top. And so if you create that kind of organization where you allow people to develop professionally, I think that's hugely valuable. I also think, having people feel connected with a shared sense of mission. We're big believers in bringing people back because that's how you train them, that's how you connect people. I think in general, trying to find higher growth makes a lot of sense. The countervailing force is that in some of these places, rule of law, liquidity, financing are very tough to come by. And we've had some mixed experiences in some places, where it's been more challenging to deploy because, change of government happens and the rules change, or we've seen currencies decline a lot. And in private investing, unlike public markets, liquidity really matters, right? So if getting out of a large asset in a smaller emerging market country is tougher. Governments are going to conclude that there'll be certain things that they're very sensitive about, but they're going to want cross-border investment. I think the green energy revolution is profound. Whatever your political views are on this, this is happening. I would put sort of this green energy revolution at the very top of the list and super capital intensive. So for a firm like us, lots and lots of opportunities all across the globe.